All right, so welcome back. Little change of scenery for the intro, cause good portion of this is gonna be at the computer. So I'm gonna be fixing one of the biggest problems on the LS Swap Gen, and there's a couple issues I have with this car, but one of them is the giant hole in the center console where the OEM shifter was. So with the LS Swap, there was no like shifter. Can't think of the word. Shifter bezel. There was no like bezel or trim around the aftermarket shifter, so there was just a giant hole. You just see right down into the trans tunnel. So DMZ Rated came out with a product for the B&M ratchet shifter that fits in the OEM bezel. But the thing is, it doesn't, the shifter with the trans tunnel, there's a little bevel in the trans tunnel. So what the problem is you can't get the shifter to be, I guess, completely flat. So that's what we're going to be doing here. We're going to be opening up Tinkercad and going to design a new mount for the shifter. And then we're going to 3D print it and then throw it up. But first, I am going to go down to the garage. And I guess I could have done the intro down there because I have to go down there anyways. But I'll do a little overview of the product from DMZ Rated. And then, yeah, we'll pan over to some footage on the computer of me making it. Probably a little time lapse and then the final product. Stay tuned. Nice, and he ended up making some changes. Let me see if we could. There we go. Yeah, so there's still some overhang issues, but that just comes down to the people knowing their printer and the settings and such. But overall, quality is very nice. This runs around 125 bucks. But so let's go into the vehicle. Let's go into the car and we'll see what we're working with. Like I said, I already started this maybe like 3-4 weeks ago. So let's see what we're working with in here. Someone just flushed the toilet. So I was having problems. I'll insert the clips, but the trans tunnel, I don't know if you can see, it's actually like concaved. So you couldn't really sit it where it wants them out. So I ended up 3D printing a other mount for it. I gotta really clean that up too. Just chewing at the shifter cable. But so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna install everything and I will come back with a final product. All right, so we're back inside. Everything fit well. I just didn't like how wobbly the mount was. So the way it mounts in the car, I can only get to the front two mounts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the computer and I'm going to see if I can screen record it for you guys. I'm going to keep the feet pop out here, but I'm going to pop them out so I have some nice stability in the back for when I'm pulling down. But I'm going to bring them up so I get a nice mounting point here. And there's actually a factory hole somewhere in this area. And then with these, actually, I was looking at some more, and if I just made these a little longer, I can actually use the factory holes there, and I don't have to use a self-tapper. So I'm going to do that as well. And then I'm also going to make a little tab up here so I can get another mounting hole here. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so we're back in the car. New mount somewhat worked. I just gotta take better measurements and make it again. But I got bolt there, actual, oops, sorry, my finger. Actual OEM bolt there, and then 2 self-tappers there. It'll work. It really doesn't move a lot. It's just gotta be put into all the gears. Doesn't no problem. So let's go ahead and I'll get this all reassembled and we'll be back. All right, so it is all back together. Excuse obviously the dirty, dusty dash. But yeah, I mean, simple install. Once you get the shifter mounted nice. Like I said, I'm gonna have to redo that mount that I made, but you know, it goes through the gears no problem. The reverse lockout works perfect. So yeah, that'll. All right, so I'm editing the video and realized the ending was cut just a little short. Nate shot, what up? But yeah, so the video was cut short. Let me get these headphones off. And that's because it was supposed to be, you know, 2 fixes in one. Supposed to fix my, you know, biggest problem I have with the car, which is the drivetrain. A little part. But yeah, so when those parts come in, I'll film that part of the video, knock that out. But yeah, thanks for sticking in and watching the videos, liking, commenting. There's lots of comments on a couple of my videos, and I answer as fast as I can. If you have any questions on the gen build, feel free to comment. I'm thinking about doing a introduction to the build, a mod list, parts list, whatever you want to say. So yeah, I say a lot when I can't think of anything or I'm nervous. I don't really like being in front of the camera, so this is still trying to get used to it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.